Somebody asked me to explain why is it that hypnotherapy works so well for some people and not well at all for some other people. In fact, they say that some people actually get upset with their hypnotists when they undergo the process of hypnosis. So I thought I'd explain it to you the best way I can. So pay attention to this. Let's see. Let's see how this works. Well, actually, I'm kind of a wise guy. I'm astute. And it's not my fault that other people are stupid. So when I see something I want, I take it. I take it and I take advantage of people, but not because I'm a bad person. I'm a good person. What happens is it's their fault that they're stupid. So I just do what I want to do. I just get done what I want to get done. Now, it is true that lately I can't really sleep, and I feel like I've been carrying this thing with me, and it's kind of bothering me, and I don't know what to do with it. It's bothering me. I keep remembering what I did to this person. I know what you mean. You've been carrying this with you, but you don't have to carry it with you. Why do you think you have a bag? See, what you do is you take that thing, you crush it, you make it tiny, you put it in the bag, you close the bag so it goes away. Once it's in the bag, you no longer have to deal with it. Oh, that must be awesome, So I can just go around the world, and if other people are too dumb to not see who I really am and stuff, and if I can take advantage of them, who cares if they hurts their feelings? They're too weak. These people, they have these feelings and they tell you the heartbreak and all this stuff. That's because they're weak. They're all wimps. What is this thing about feelings? I do whatever I want. I take advantage of people. Yeah, except that now my belly is hurting. I can't quite walk, and my whole life is messed up. My health is, doctor says I have all these diagnoses. I don't know what to do. Didn't I already tell you what to do? You take that thing that you've been feeling, you crush it, you make it really small. Where's the bag I gave you? I gave you a bag. You put the stuff in the bag, you close the bag. It's like it never happened. It does not exist. As long as it's in the bag and you close the bag, you never think of it again. It never happened. Yeah, that's true. I'm a successful guy. I'm strong. I'm powerful. And you know what? I have the right to do whatever I want to do with my life. And so what that all these other people are weak, flimsy, and they have all these feelings that get hurt. That's their fault. That's not my fault. I know, but, that person, she was really nice to me, and I really took advantage of her. And sometimes now I lost my business and I don't know what it is. I have this thing within me that is just not, I'm not okay with it. I don't think this is normal. You know what? You are the weak one. I already told you what to do. When stuff like this comes up, remember the bag? That's what your bag is for. You take that stuff, you put it in the bag, you close the bag. Because once you close the bag, it never existed. And you are free to keep on going, harming other people, so long as you get what you want, because after all, you deserve it. That's true. I deserve it. You know what? I deserve a great life, and it is true. It's not my fault that other people are stupid. So I'll keep on taking advantage of them. But now I got a problem because my whole life is a mess. And I do remember this guy. He was in a similar situation, and he told me he went to see a hypnotist. I wonder what these people do, I'm going to call this hypnotist. Hello? Are you the hypnotist who helped my friend get his life back and restore his marriage and his health and his business? And my friend is now completely, he's happy, he's successful, his life is turned around completely. And he says that he went to see you because you are a hypnotist. Is that true? Good morning, sir. Yes, I am a hypnotherapist. I've been a hypnotherapist for 30 years. I have done 44,000 sessions, and I'm not sure who the friend you're referring to is, but I have helped a number of people turn their lives around in some significant ways in some cases. And I will be happy to do the same for you, of course. Yeah, but how are you going to tell me what's wrong with me? You don't even know me, and I know myself. So how are you going to tell me? Well, sir, I don't actually tell you anything about you. You're correct in the sense that I don't know you and I don't know what's going on in your life. But what I do know is how to hypnotize you. And when I hypnotize you, if that's what you want to do, what's going to happen is you're going to access a part of your being of which we are unaware. Sometimes they call that the unconscious because we're unaware of it. And it is in the unconscious that we're going to find the sources of our troubles. And so by examining what we find in the unconscious and making different choices going forward, we're going to be able to turn your life around, just as you say your friend did. Yeah, but I don't know about this because, I have a strong mind. I'm strong. I'm not like those weak people. And I'm not hypnotizable. You can't hypnotize me because you're not better than me. Well, sir, I completely understand your sentiments. I never actually thought I was any better than you. I'm just a hypnotherapist, and if you would like for me to work with you, I would be happy to do so. All right, let's go see how this hypnosis thing works. Are you going to hypnose me today? When can I come in for you to hypnose me? I'm so happy to finally meet you. So you're going to take a deep breath, listen to my voice, and relax. Okay, it seems that there is a memory here with an emotion that is it seems to be troubling you. And, I understand we all, life is life, but we can examine these emotions, these memories, and we can make different choices going forward from today. There's something else that you are telling me, and this particular one might be the source of your bellyache that you told me you had, and maybe if we examine this differently and made different choices, perhaps your health can be restored as well. You know how you told me you couldn't sleep and you've been taking all this medication, it no longer works? This is what you told me is keeping you from sleeping. And all we have to do is make some different choices and you're going to be fine. You actually do deserve a better life, sir. How are you going to try to put this stuff in my head? Don't you know who I am? Don't you know I'm successful? How are you going to try to convince me that this stuff is real? This stuff is not real. You're trying to put stuff in my head. This is terrible. You're a terrible hypnotist. Sir, with all due respect, I am known as a creative person, but even my wildest creativity would not be sufficient to have come up with this. This is something that you told me in your own voice. All I did is I hypnotized you and helped you look inside of the bag. But you brought the bag and you brought the contents of the bag with you. I simply helped you open and look at it so that you may make different choices. I can't believe this crap. You're such a bad hypnotist trying to put this stuff in my head. How dare you? Don't you know who I am? This stuff is all nonsense. Do you see why hypnotherapy does not work for some people?